a lot of you going through spiritual awakening who are a little bit more attuned to subtle energies might be experiencing states of timelessness in a state of time. You might be experiencing what we say is beyond time, beyond space, beyond distance, which is what happens when the structure of your body is going through changes, when you're no longer as dense, you no longer associate yourself with this three-dimensional body. Now, as this is happening, this is where so many of you have overlaps between your dream state, your waking state, and you don't know, is this something that is happening? Is this real? Have I already experienced this? Some of you might be experiencing that time is moving so slow. And for some of you, time is moving so fast. For some of you, you're trying to catch yourselves because you don't know where time went. So your relationship with time at the moment is very, very skewed. It's very skewed because of what the entire universe is going through, which is Yug Parivartan, a changing in ages, a changing so that everything that was hidden is now becoming disclosed. Everything that was left to unearth inside of you is being unearthed. Everything that seemed very far off from you is becoming very close. Wisdom is becoming more accessible. Other worlds are becoming more accessible to you because now you've been preparing for this and you're ready and you're pretty much living between worlds, between planes, between dimensions. What is happening right now is that you are experiencing, because you've brought it down yourself, you're experiencing these states where no time exists. States where there's no distance, which is why one of the first things that's happening, or that happens when you're on a spiritual awakening, Kundalini awakening path, when you are in this path of just feeling more, living more sensitive, more empathy, being extrasensory, being highly sensitive, one of the first things that happen is you'll think of something, or something will happen, or someone will come into your head and they've called you, you've received a message. In fact, what is happening is that someone else is tuning into you and you're picking up on that before the actual physical occurrence of that has happened. And this is because you're more active, you're becoming more aware of yourself on a plane that is unseen. It is not that you were never on that other plane, but no, everything that happens on the causal, the subtle planes, happen before it happens in the gross reality. So everything that you're experiencing right now, feeling out of sorts, not feeling that you're quite with it, feeling that, you know, what is happening with time, and you feel like, oh, I think I've already done this. It's a bit like deja vu, that you've already done it, but you haven't really done it. And you look at your time and you think, oh, is that the time? You know, everything is skewed because you are now becoming non-linear. Rather than you becoming it, you have shed, or you're shedding the state of time, which comes from a state of physical reality, physical manifestation, which is why a lot of you will also experience a sudden reversal of aging, or indeed aging. You might get more white hair. Yeah, you might look younger. Your skin might be glowing. You might be looking different to what you should be looking at a particular age. Although, you know, there are no shoots, but for the sake of us illustrating this particular relationship between you and time, it is changed. Time exists as long as the mind exists. Now, because you've started living without your mind being the controller of you, so the mind now is just a tool. Yeah. So remember, so you're working super fast and becoming aware of a plane where time doesn't exist. There's no time. Yeah. So imagine that you are more present where there's no time, but you're also in a world that is lived through the mind, lived through the matter, lived through gross reality, where there is a physical linear time. So you're walking in between these two states, where you're becoming more crystalline, or where you're more in tune of that crystalline nature of yours. You're becoming more in tune with your nature, but you can say like you're like a halo. You're becoming more in tune with that than in your body. Yeah. Soon this will merge. Soon there won't be much of that you're feeling. But folks, it's okay for you to be in between. When you're just aware of what this is happening without trying to control it, without you saying, well, you know what, I want to be in this more, or you know what, I want to be in this more. Set alarms if you must. Set alarms if you must, if you've got appointments, find ways of practically dealing with situations. Write down things in your diary if you feel that you're going to be in another space more than you're going to be in this space. But eventually you will work it out, and you'll find that things do become quite seamless for you. Folks, sending you so much love and joy, and relish every part of the journey, because it is the journey that is the end of all of this. Sending you love.